Welcome to another episode, Jelly Lounge Radio Show. That's the theme song, vulnerable off my upcoming double album, Jelly for Life, Jelly Forever. On Music Copyright and Music on Facebook. I'm your host, Jelly. Man, it's cold. Ooh-wee. Nico, down cat, with all your belly aching. You ain't my co-host. It's been cold, man. In Detroit, a lot of cities have seen wind chills of negative 26 in Pontiac, Flint, negative 25, Howell, negative 23, Detroit. Then we got up to about negative 15. I know earlier this morning after I did my shows from last night, and I was just, let me check the weather. It's like about midnight, -1, and it feels like -6. Like, ooh, and praying for people out here in the cold, get to a warming center. It's rough out here. Then I saw a crazy story last night at out in Romulus, Detroit Metro Airport, at the Delta, their terminal, McNamara terminal. Mercedes S-Class drove through the airport over there where you check in the bags, the counter area. I'm looking at the picture like, oh my goodness. It didn't say if they were drunk or on something. The Wade County Airport Authority Police Department was investigating. Over 6 people were treated for injuries. But he straight drove that car through it. Like, what the world? I ain't never heard that. People had to get out the way. I'm good. Thanks for tuning in. And it was just crazy. Like, man. I never heard no one drive through an airport before. That's the new one. That's new one in 26. But thankfully, no one was killed. He was detained. This happened before 8:30 last night. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Never heard of that one, man. I know we've been bracing for warming centers because most of the state had closed the schools and stuff. I had to go to work. It's Michigan. You brace for it. It can be a little. We know it can get cold. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in, Angel. It ain't been as bad like when I was a kid. And, I'm going to be on my soapbox for like 2 seconds. See, I remember being a kid in the 80s and 90s. We would get a foot of snow. That was normal around this time of year. Me and my brothers and sisters, me and my brothers, we go outside and shovel it, put the salt down. But we had to go to school. You'd be looking on all the local channels before we got all the different channels now to see, is my school closed? My school closed? No. Now, in my middle school in the 80s, guess middle school closed now. I remember me and my cousin, we walked through a foot of snow. We had the whole snowsuit on, had your scarf, your gloves. We hiking through that boy, get to the school to see a teacher or aide outside. Oh, the school is closed. I'm crashing out, as they say now, like, what you mean you closed? We don't walk through all this snow. Why ain't y'all put on the news? Like, oh, they made a decision late. Sorry, you just got to walk back home. My cousin laughing at me like, Jeff Condor, like, dude, we done hiked through all this freaking snow. What the hell? We got to hike back through it. Damn, it's cold out here. Now, even the last bad storm in the 90s was 96. We got to think about 8 or 9 inches. My nephew, who's not here no more, was born March 22nd. I remember my homeboy and co-host Rome taking me up there in his Festiva, and I hiked through the snow to go to the Sinai Grace Hospital, check on him. And you fast forward to the 2000s, we ain't been getting foot of snows like that. And now in the school system, they hear, oh, it's going to be negative degrees outside. They shutting schools down. We don't want them kids out there in that. I'm like, hell, I had to go to school in it. It made us tougher skin. What you mean they ain't got to go in that weather? What you talking about? Well, it's going to be 6 inches of snow. School shut down. We walked in a foot. This ain't no old school tale when your grandparents like, I walked 1,000 miles. No, we literally walked in a foot of snow. Because they ain't closed nothing for us. But now the new generation got this concern and privilege. Yeah, I'm hating for like 2 seconds. They care about them not being cold as hell. Put our rubber duckies on, the whole snowsuit, bundle up, and we get to it. Now they shut everything down. You know, people had to start planning ahead how they're going to get to work or work from home because damn near every school district shut down. And it was cold. Negative degrees. If you ain't from a cold state like Michigan, it hit different. It'd be so cold you want to cuss. And when that wind start blowing, oh my goodness. It's like Mother Nature laughing at you like, hey, everybody be quiet. Watch this. Like they laughing at you because, ooh, that hit different, that type of cold, man. It hit different. And now we having our first major monster winter storm that's going to affect a lot of states. Over 2,000 miles from Texas to New England. Like, whoa. Some areas can see up to 3 to 6 inches, 8 to 12 inches, or 12 to 18 inches. Yeah, you heard those numbers right. 3 to 6 inches, 8 to 12 inches, 12 to 18 inches. Now, some states, like the South, they've been adapting over the last maybe 10 years now when you start seeing snow hit the South, which was a fairy tale when I was a kid. Like, man, it's always warm in the South. But shout out to Miss Rubenstein, science teacher in 6th grade, used to tell about global warming. When y'all get older, you're going to see places like the South see snow. We laugh like, man, that sounds crazy. It's 100 degrees in Texas. What you mean it's going to be snow? Like, just science is real. Just watch. Y'all go. She's like, I know y'all laughing at me, but shout out to Miss Rubenstein. She's still here or her family because that lady straight told us you will see the weather patterns flip. And you see snow in the South. Florida and Georgia are working together to prepare. Now, all the major airports have closed, and for Saturday and Sunday, because you can't do that much the icing of the planes to get them planes off the ground. Remember flying out of Utah years ago. She my fiance at the time, eventual wife. And we had a 20-minute delay while they de-iced the wings. But now, you can't chance it. But they are giving waivers for anybody that are taking these flights so they can reschedule. Because, you know, the weather people say, oh, it's going to be a blizzard tomorrow. Man, whatever. Because they hit and miss sometimes. I can say yesterday, being out in that weather, they didn't miss on that negative weather where the warming stations open in Detroit metro area. They had rescue teams out trying to grab stray animals, get them out of there. I assume they were doing the same to get the homeless people in the streets somewhere warm because, man, that type of cold, boy. And much love to the people in the warm states that might, I know people in Cali that might tell me, oh, it's a little brisk wind out here at 55 degrees. And I just sit and laugh. Like, oh, okay, 55, huh? That must be nice. It's like 10 degrees to negative some degrees out this way. But you're cold with 55. I'm sorry for your benefits right now. They start laughing. I forgot you're a Michigan. Like, yeah, 55 would be awesome right now. Cause that negative hit different. It hit different. So definitely anybody stay warm and drink your cocoa, your tea, or the coffee drinkers of the world. Exercise. You know, I mean, maybe have a heater. But some people, they got the old school fireplace, so that's good. Keep you warm. So you had the heat on, but you ain't gonna have things blazing nonstop. Hello, welcome to the show. So you do what you need to do to keep warm, because man. And I was watching some news earlier and seeing some of the states like West Virginia was getting hit already, New Jersey, of course, Michigan, Texas, having like ice fall. Like, ooh. Now we're gonna see Detroit supposed to get about, I think, up to 7 inches, I was told. I hope not, because I don't want to shovel it right now. But we're gonna see. Doing good, hanging there like most of the states affected with the winter storm. Leaning on the Lord, He got us. House warm. Praying that for everybody, because it hit different, boy. It was cold out there. They said some state might have power outages. Praying they don't, because Lord, I remember the worst we had was that polar vortex. I think that was around 2015, 14. And you literally had negative 40 degrees for the wind chill in Metro Detroit. When I tell you that was cold and we had a heating issue, had a relative working on it, we had to have some words like, dude, if you don't get this fixed, we're going to fight. You're going to be compensated. You say you're going to fix it, get to it. So we in one area of the house keeping warm until that was fixed. So from that experience of, imagine the house heat ain't working right. So everybody in one area, we was in the basement, matter of fact. I nailed up sheets to keep us insulated with heaters. So we had one warm area of the house until the heat started working. He got it fixed, thankfully. We was good, but man. And that was negative 40. They ain't even talking about that. Let that sink in. Negative 40 for wind chill. You don't even want to put your hand outside, it might freeze. Like that day after tomorrow type movie. And just gotta take that down. And you're just like, dude, man. But winter's having its say. It's January, Michigan. Hopefully May might be more balanced. Normal lows in this time of year is like 28, 30. 10 degrees and below, and next week post, let's see some real low temperatures. Some might see negatives for a low. I think Tuesday, it's supposed to be 10 degrees, negative 1 degrees. So they may close schools again. I know people might get mad about school. You got decisions to make because they care about the babies now. Some kids be walking, you want them out there and that, so I get it. That's bad stuff. Also, while this is going on, I read that the FBI agent investigating the fatal ICE shooting in Minneapolis has resigned. So they were ordered to reclassify the investigation to assault on an officer. He didn't feel comfortable about that. The Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension have been trying to be a part of the whole investigation, but the FBI has blocked them, probably from orders from higher up. That is, well, it's a federal agent, so we got jurisdiction of the situation, you know. And the whole situation bad. I mean, even when recent Don Lemon catching flack for when an ICE agent is a pastor and these people, and you're not protesting and doing this, running up in the church. We used to have norms that were off limits. Like before we started seeing mass shootings in the US, you wouldn't shoot up a school, high school, middle school, elementary, college. That's out the window. You wouldn't do nothing in the church. Over the years, seen people run up, shoot at a pastor. So now we have taken protesting in a church, which ain't protesting. I mean, you might not agree with how they are going about deporting people that are not American citizens. But if people are American citizens doing a job, they're getting paid to do, provide for their families. Why are you trying to find out, oh, one of them is a pastor? Well, let's go to his church. Why are you in that church? You ain't there to worship God. What the hell is wrong with you? Ain't nothing in that is about you doing anything protesting, which is your rights in the Constitution to do peacefully. Nothing about that is peaceful. We just had Martin Luther King Day, a person of nonviolence and peaceful protest, and y'all run up in the church for that nonsense because you don't like what they're doing, how they're going about it. Come on, man. We're not animals. We're American citizens. What are we doing? You can peacefully protest stuff you don't like, and that's cool. But you run up in a church? I can't say so far 2026 is not like 25 was. What's next? I always kept saying because every day it was something. This year, it ain't every day something happening. But it's stuff that happened to make you just stop and say, what the hell? What? Them people went there to worship God. They ain't had to do with that. And you might have people say, well, they were justified J.O.L.E. Like, how? These people are innocents coming to worship God. They ain't even on that whatever side of the protest of the stuff you fall on. What did they do wrong? Going to a church that y'all felt the need to bombard with your political stuff? You trespassing. You ain't there to worship. You bring cameras in there. Like, come on, man. Where's the decency? We're grown-ups. You can agree to disagree. Tagline of my show, Ground Floor, social discussion. That's what we always had. Whatever your politics are, we can respectfully agree to disagree. Keep it moving. But all this, when we need to do something, mob mentality, porch pinch forks, and all this, like, come on, man. Because all you're going to do is piss off President Trump. And he's already shown you that he's petty. Oh, do I got justification to send more troops in and get this under control because they acting like a mob now and regulate y'all more because y'all going beyond peaceful protesting? Get out your emotions. Think first. Chestnut checkers at all times. So, this just my opinion of think before you act. Actions have consequences. Just saying. We got a great episode of Ground Floor later. A replay interview tonight. Another great guest next Friday. Renew Living Solutions CEO Amber Colvin. It's be a great show Friday at 8. Like, subscribe to YouTube channel. Check out my book. Keep checking the content. And I'm working to get my movie made. Speaking of movies, before we head out of here, the trailer for Masters of the Universe dropped yesterday. Oh my God. About time someone actually watched the cartoon and just recreated it. I expect that to make a lot of money in June. It like it was done right. Hopefully they working on Voltron. They doing that right. And now I'm waiting on my Thundercats movie. I mean, we got the technology. We can make Iron Man. We can make Thundercats. They finally made He-Man right. Like, about time. And any creative people that think, well, I want to recreate the stuff from the 80s. Go watch it and just put that on film. Take your creative ideas out of it. Stop thinking. And just make what the people that grew up liking it, put that on the screen. And they will go see it more than once. And you'll make your money. They want that nostalgia that the cartoon or whatever starts to love watching. You put it on the screen. Look the same. Awesome. You make your money. It ain't rocket science. But if you go do your version of it, like they did the He-Man movie, the 87, which was like, what is this? There was no key. What is this storyline? What? That don't even look like Skeletor. What the hell? As a kid, you're critiquing this like, this ain't the cartoon I've been watching. Okay. But this movie, everything looked like the cartoon. Like, good job. Good job. Matter of fact, that deserves a round of applause for them making it right. Keep making my childhood the right way. I'll go pay to go see it. I might go see Master Universe twice. Them cartoons taught you lessons about stuff back then. Just keep making it. You'll make your money. Just saying. I hope you enjoyed the show. Tune in for a new episode, Ground Floor Later. If you're in one of these states affected with the winter storm, be safe and warm. Till next time, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the latest episode. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to purchase my latest products, my books and music, go to Amazon.com. I have new merchandise on the way. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Middle Ground with Jelly Network. Thanks for coming.